Hey everyone, I don't make the Sonic fandom rounds as much as I used to now that I'm older and decided not to get overly defensive about things that I enjoy. That includes Sonic as a franchise with as many positives as it has to be going for so long as an IP. From new characters to the music to other media like animation or comics. Today I'm going to be talking about new characters, notably the technically newest character from the IDW comics, Lanolin the Sheep. Why am I spotlighting her? Well, to shed some light on her and to correct the discourse surrounding her that happened a few days ago at the time of this writing. I'll get to that part in a bit, but first let's start from the beginning. Who is Lanolin? Lanolin made her first appearance as a background character in issue 2 of IDW's Sonic the Hedgehog and made her first cover appearance on the B cover. She also appears in issue 2 a few pages in as she alerts Sonic and Amy of a badnik attack at Riverside Village. Another appearance by the Sheep is one of the last survivors from the Restoration Breach, acting as a pilot in issue 26. Then by the Urban Warfare arc, Lanolin is promoted to primary character when she has a plan to see what Eggman is up to and asks if she can put a recon team together, and currently is a part of Team Diamond Cutters with Whisper the Wolf and Tangle the Lemur. Now that you know a bit about where Lanolin shows up, let's talk about her characterization, shall we? Lanolin has a helpful and hardworking mindset, as she is willing to do many tasks for the restoration, be it field work or desk work, which was often left to Amy to do until Jewel took that role. She is very good at following orders to the T, but is very formal about it. So much so that characters like Jewel or Amy ask her not to be when working with them. She also appears to get startled easily, whether it is from enemies attacking to being called by her boss. She also prefers to make sure she and her team are well prepped and have a set of plans ready to go before going in for any type of mission against their enemies, and is easily annoyed and irritated by the blatant recklessness of Sonic and Tangle, who would rather wing it and win the day by sheer talent, something Lanolin never wants to do because it can come back to bite you in the end. Though that doesn't mean she can't play by ear when her friends are in trouble, because she will when needed. She also admits to being bossy at times. As you can see, she takes over as leader of Team Diamond Cutters. Let's get to the trivia and discourse part of the video though. Lanolin has her own Wispon in the form of a cowbell and her partner Maggie the Magenta Wisp. She's not much of a frontline fighter, Lanolin is more of a support. She was created by artist Adam Bryce Thomas. At first, she was just a character he would stick in the background and draw her in different outfits. Fans picked up on this and wondered who the Sheep Girl was that kept appearing in backgrounds or got small roles in comics Adam had a hand in. Funny enough, Lanolin appears almost exclusively in issues that Thomas drew for, with the Sega mandates not wanting new characters just popping out of nowhere without a plan or fully thought out. She was put into development before her promotion in Urban Warfare, where she wears a tank, pants, boots, and her cowbell. It was a while until fans learned her name was Lanolin when Ian Flynn was asked about it on his podcast. Some extra things about her are from Adam himself, but stated in a stream that it isn't officially okayed by Sega yet. Lanolin is a coffee lover and routinely goes around to shops for the best coffee with the best beans, as she is a bean snob and will let you know it if they taste bad. She also loves her coffee straight black. Oddly enough, Lanolin was one of the few characters with no stated age before Sega took ages away from the cast. I'll explain why that is important in a sec, but the reason why it was weird is that Ian was asked what were Whisper and Tangle's ages to be around before the new rule of no canon ages, which the pair would be around 16. Now people see Lanolin as one of the few older Anthro characters like Vanilla, Vector, and Rouge, which she has something in common with. Lanolin has a big visible bust like Rouge, who is one of the older characters. See where I'm going with this? Now I'm not going to use any actual names because the whole situation was stupid to begin with and one party was a minor artist. I'm going to be calling the perpetrator Jerry and the artist Benny. It started in a Discord where Benny showed off their new Lanolin piece because they loved the character, and Jerry showed up and gave a couple of responses. that Lanolin was hot and that she is his wife, basically simping for Lanolin. Benny did not like this, and instead of talking it out about how it made them feel uncomfortable and letting the mod team handle it, Benny made a call-out post on Twitter saying that Jerry was a P word for simping for Lanolin, making them feel uncomfortable and ruined the character for them. Jerry was called the P word for some mildly weird statements, let's put it that way, but that was not what was warranted to be called a P word for. People found out and said that Benny was overreacting and throwing words around to permanently get someone to stop saying stuff they didn't like because it works. Number one, most of this could have been avoided if Benny just said to stop. I'm pretty sure Jerry or a mod would have asked him to stop. Number two, I find that people jumping on Jerry for this when they joke about calling Sonic, Shadow, or Vector daddy. Vector I get, but before taking away the ages, it was weird calling teens daddy, or the fact that everyone jokes and calls Rouge titties or tits to bat all the time. At number 3, Lanolin has no confirmed age but looks to be between Rouge and Vector's ages, which is a young adult with how she acts to having similar body type to Rouge. Number 4, if that light simping was enough to ruin the character for you, then I don't know what to say but to block any of your friends making similar jokes to any of the other characters as well. The Lanolin Wars of 2023 started because someone didn't like the simping that happened over their favorite character that wasn't really bad and tried to ruin someone's reputation over it. The worst part about it, Benny didn't apologize for it, and their friends backed them up and said Jerry deserved to be labeled a P word because he was weird and a loser for simping for Lanolin. All I can say is what happened to talking to each other and asking to stop doing things they don't like, for accusing someone for some really bad stuff just so they can stop because it works. Again, Lanolin has no canon age but looks and acts like a young adult around Rouge and Vector's age. She's not 14 to 16, so whoever says that has no official statement about it and are just playing telephone because fans are saying it or headcanoning it to be true. That should do it for this video, but you should read the comic as it's really good and Lanolin is a great addition to the cast, but Whisper's still top tier though.